Hey YouTube, welcome on into a new video. Still continuing on the DC Universe figures. Our first figure is a custom made, I got offline, a Arkham Knight. And really cool mold and really cool chest, and he has it's kind of rough actually. It's kind of it's like printed on, not the way most figures are for the chest piece. It's like not like that. It's actually kind of rough. I'm not sure if you can see that. But anyways, so he uses the same helmet piece as Ant-Man does, and then his cool printing goes all the way into the belt, into his pants, and into his shoes, and then on his arm, not on the side, but has some more printing on the side of his boots and legs. No printing on the back, but has more printing on the back of his back. And then no print, I mean, there's no more printing on the side, but his arms and his feet again. And it's just a purple head under that. And that is it for Arkham Knight. Our next figure is the White Flash. Got him offline also, and he has that bulky helmet with the gray lightning on his helmet. And he came with the lightning bolt. No printing on the sides, no printing on his pants, but on the back of his for his muscles, and then no printing on the side again. But he has cool printing on the front, and then no printing on his belt, but he has some printing on his pants right there. And then he has a weird face. As I said, I got this offline. This is not a real Lego, so you could get them off of eBay or something like that. That's what his face looks like. Kind of interesting. And that's it for this Lego, this figure. Our next figure is the Blue Flash. And basically same thing. Big, huge helmets with the blue lightning, and then no printing on the sides, no printing on the pants, but a little bit printing on the back of them right there. And then no printing on the sides again. And then the funny thing is his chest piece is the same thing as his back piece on this print. So you get to just flip it on either way. So his back piece doesn't really match. But anyways, the lightning symbol right there on this chest, if my camera actually, cooperates. And then some printing on the belt. And then some printing on the pants right there. And then this is what his helmet piece, his headpiece looks like. It kind of looks like Captain America. And then just has a little bit bluish printing on the back of it. And that is it for Blue Flash. And this character, I think, is a Blue Lantern. I got him in a pack of the lanterns that I showed last time. He has two ring pieces. And then he has a cool helmet, kind of like a Captain America helmet. And then he has like a gray face. And then some muscle printing. And then the printing goes into his belt, into his pants. Then no printing on the side of him, except for his pants. And then no printing on his pants, but he has a little bit of printing on the back of him right there. And then no more printing on the side of him, except for his arm and his legs right there. And this is what his face looks like. Really serious gray face. No printing on the back of his face. And that's it for this character. Our next character is one of the Flash's arch nemesis. It is the Captain Cold. Snart. Anyways, you could get him in a Lego set. And he came with this like Eskimo type of hat and really cool printing. No printing on his belt. No printing in his pants. No printing on the sides. No printing on his pants. on the back of them, and then just a little bit printing on the back right there, and then no more printing on the side again. And then he had this custom-made kind of gun that you could build from the set to freeze people, and then basically has a Han Solo type of face. And I don't remember if that was the original face to this character or not, but I chose this one, I think. Continuing on. Our next figure is Canary, and you could get this figure, you could get her in a CMF series. So, anyways, she comes with the blonde hair and the smiley looking face, and then usually she has like a microphone, but I don't remember where it went. Anyways, and then she has a cool jacket, blue jacket with a like tank top on, and then no printing on the side in her belt, but she has some like a fishnet type of pants with cool blue printing on the boots. No printing on the side except for her arm. No more printing on the back of her pants except for her back. And then just a little bit printing again on her arm, but no more printing on the whole side. And then see if she has another expression. Not on this character. I must have took off the original head because it usually has a screaming face on this character. Continuing on. Our next bad guy is Heatwave. From I'm not sure. Anyways, see, I don't think you could actually get him in a CMF series or anything like that, but you could get him offline. Anyways, so he came with the fire gun, and then just a normal kind of like space helmet, and then red visor, and then some printing on his orange suit, his white suit, and a little bit printing to his pants with the shoes. No more printing on the sides, no more printing on the pants except for his back right there, and then no more printing on the side again. And that is it for Heatwave. Our next bad guy is Zebra. You could get him in a CMF series. You could also take parts of him off and then use him for like the White Tiger and Marvel if you wanted to. Anyways, so he comes with black hair, spiky mohawk hair, and then really cool figure printing all the way around, except for his pants on the back of him. But printing from Zebra, printing all the way down to his belt, and then no printing on the belt. And then he has some more printing on his pants into his shoes, more printing on the side of his arm into his pants, except for under his side, under his arm. And then no more printing under his pants, but he has a little bit of printing on the back of his head and his back. And then he has more printing on his arm and his side of his pants, except for under his arm. And that is it for Zebra. I found that head with that microphone, actually. So this is actually the real head that goes to the Canary face, but with the blonde hair and the microphone. But anyways, the reason why I put it on this figure a while ago is because I wanted to have like a rock band type of figure. And this is actually a Harley Quinn shirt torso with just black pants, plain black pants, and then the skeleton arm, and then the bowling type of look, the jacket on the back with no printing on the back, and then skeleton skulls on the side of the arm. And then that's the Canary face. That has screaming face on this side and plain face on this side. And that is it for this figure. Our next figure is Giganta. I'm not sure if you could get this figure in a CMF series or not, or a set. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I got her offline. But anyways, she comes with the red hair, and she kind of looks like just the face would actually look just like Poison Ivy's red hair. Anyways, so she has that like cheetah type of torso with a cheetah print on her pants, and then just yellow printing on the side with a cheetah print on her side right there, with a little bit printing on her arm. Then it's just bare butt on the back of her with a little bit cheetah print on the side on her back, and then her cheetah print is on the side again with just yellow print, and then her arm again for a print right there. And I'm not sure if she has another expression I hope her hair doesn't fall off. Actually doesn't come off. All right. So she actually does not have another expression on the other side of her face. And that is it for Giganta. Our next character is a purple magenta lantern. I don't remember her name. I will try to find it and put it down there. Anyways, so she has the black hair, kind of like with a braid in it. And then no printing on the arm, a little bit printing on the side of her. And then really exposed shirt with some printing on her undies, and then printing on her pants right there, her shoes. And then she has those lantern rings. And then she has her butt exposed and then her back exposed. So cool printing right there. And then no printing on the side of her again, except for her boots. And no other expression on this side. And that is it for this character. Our last character in this video is Calendar Man. You could get him in a CMF series. So he has this cool hat, and then he has it's like the calendar on his head with a cool mask, and then his cool torso has some printing on the front with has calendar's dates on it, and then he has some printing into his belt, into his pants right there. And then I gave him 2 TNT bombs, and then he has this really cool calendar cape, custom made cape that Lego made. And then the printing of the pants goes around, no printing on the side, and then no printing on the belt, but it has a little bit printing going all the way around his legs, but printing on the back of his back. And then no other expression, and then no more printing on the side of his arm again, and the printing goes all the way around on his boots. And that is it for Calendar Man and this video. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.